Hello, welcome to our first edition of Free Time Friday with Mr. Davis. Also welcome in my friend Reginald, my filly from when I was a child. Our first guest on our brand new show is, you know him, you love him, the one and only Mr. Heseltine. Mr. H, come on in, please.
Oh.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm just dandy. Thanks, Mr. Davis.
Welcome. I really appreciate you being here. I want to take an opportunity to ask you a few questions just so our viewers at home can get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
Okay? Now I'm going to start off with some easy ones. Just get to know you a little bit. So, what do you think of garden gnomes?
Garden gnomes? My mom has a collection of garden gnomes.
Okay.
And she has a few that are, they're funny. I like when they're funny ones, that they, when they're just a boring gnome, that's no fun.
Okay.
When they're like playing soccer, that's much more entertaining and helps spruces up the garden.
Okay, now if I was a garden gnome, what would I be doing?
That's a good question.
Thank you. Just made it up on the spot.
Shaving your head.
The shaving gnome.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, that leads me to my next question. I think it ties in very well. Why are manholes round?
Because, yeah, that's a really good question. I wonder if it has something to do with, it's easier to transport a tube when they put it and then build the street around it than to build some kind of cubicle transportation hole.
Seems like a stretch.
Yeah, I think it's about transportation.
Okay. Speaking of tubes and things, if someone gave you an elephant,
Mhm.
okay, and you couldn't give it away and you couldn't sell it,
Mhm.
what would you do with it?
Ride it to work every day. Help me with traffic. That'd be great.
Seems like an obvious answer.
Yeah.
Ride it to work.
And
Gotcha.
just hitch it out front, and I'm sure it would wait patiently for the end of the day.
Okay. How much would you charge to wash every single window in Raymond?
Millions comes to mind. Many millions. Many much millions.
Now, is that based on not wanting to do the work or the quality of the job that you would do?
Not wanting to do the
Okay.
work.
I was sure it was based on the quality. Let's see, a couple more questions here.
Mhm.
If you had to choose between these two superpowers, being invisible or flying, which one would you choose?
Flying.
Why?
Get to work easier. Avoid
See,
traffic.
I love how dedicated to work you
Yeah,
are.
I know.
Everything is about coming to work.
No,
like
I would
that.
love to fly. I wanted to be a pilot at one time. I was in Air Cadets. So that makes sense. Besides, I think there's something unsettling about being invisible. So.
Yes. There's never been a feel-good movie made about an invisible
No,
person.
no.
It's always turns creepy.
Yeah.
Now, have you thought, though, if you fly, the higher you get in the atmosphere, the colder it is.
Yeah, I just
So,
wear a lot of jackets.
There's Mr. H. I can
Yeah.
tell from his 14 jackets he's wearing. Okay, if you compared yourself to an animal, which animal would it be and why? Why would you choose that animal?
Wow, it's deep.
Deep.
First thing that comes to mind would be a badger. Digging into it, I'm a bit of an introvert, so digging into my little hidey hole, cuddling up. But if you,
Are you sure they're called hidey holes?
I'm pretty sure that's
Okay.
the scientific term.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think badgers are neat.
Okay, my final question. I pictured you more as a flamingo, very flamboyant and just
Oh, yeah.
pretty in pink, just
No.
standing there. Seems what I pictured. Now, if coronavirus was a person, what would you say to coronavirus right now?
I shouldn't say that
Okay.
on camera. I'd probably just, I don't know. I don't, yeah, that's another tough question. What would you say? Just you know, thanks for ruining 2020.
Probably, you know, you can invite it inside to dinner and then attack it from behind.
Yeah. Poison it.
Poison it. Give it a virus.
Yeah,
Cough in its face.
right, right.
Okay. Well, thanks for being here today on the first edition of Free Time Friday with Mr. Davis.